So after you become a parent, things can take a drastic turn. It's very hard to maintain the things that you were doing in a past or previous life. Right? Today on the 5 Squad, we are going to talk about how we maintain the things that we still like doing while being parents. Welcome to the 5 Squad. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 5 Squad podcast. For those out there who do not know us, my name is Evan Andrews.
I'm Haley Andrews.
And we are the great husband and wife duo bringing you this podcast for anybody out there that might be young family or just kind of going through some stuff as a family and giving our perspective on life and the things that we go through and what we do on a day-to-day basis.
I think we're bringing a voice to just the normal day-to-day life of a parent.
Yeah, because I think all the conversations that we have on this are the little chatty Cathy conversations that happen in private that people really don't want to talk about or anything like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like I wish I would have heard things like this as a younger parent before marriage and things like that, because I would feel like normal. Yeah. But
this
topic is so hard for me.
Might be kind of hard for you because we're going to come out of the gate swinging and go to you first. But we're going to talk about in this episode how we still keep doing the things that we like to do as individuals, as parents.
So one day somebody asked me, like, what are your hobbies? And I was just like, huh? And then I kind of went down like a rabbit hole of like, wait a minute. I am a human outside of being a mom. Mm-hmm. And I definitely don't mean this like mom versus dad at all. I just think it's very, very difficult as a mom to maintain any type of hobbies. And I think for me, I really had to remind myself, what do I like?
Yeah.
You know, because I had children so young that like, before children, my hobbies were like clubs. Like, I mean, that's just like, no, for me. But for me, I like finding the hobbies and maintaining the hobbies that I like are easier when I find time for them in a normal day. So like the things I really, really love, obviously I really love cooking. I've loved cooking since I was probably 3 years old. And when the kids were younger, I didn't like it much. But as I'm going through all of my health things and things like that, it's becoming so much more fun again.
Yeah.
And then
what is your favorite part about cooking? I mean, like,
I love when I can see something from the beginning, throw it all together, and then see how pretty it looks at the end. And then when it tastes good, it's like, even better, especially if it looks like Food Network quality. I love that. I'm like a foodie through and through. So if it looks good, tastes good, and was fun putting it all together, like
that's the trifecta.
That's it for me.
Hits home for you.
And it's even better when the kids take part in it and they're good at it.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not fun when when they screw it all up, but
right.
But we find fun in it.
Well, I know that one of your newest, I don't want to say newest hobbies, but it's like the thing that you've kind of
I found the right one.
Found a liking to is your Bible study group.
Yeah, I think early on in motherhood, I was like really searching for good friends and women. I always used to say, like, how do you make friends as an adult? You know, like you don't just go to the grocery store and say, like, hey girl, you want to be my friend?
Although I could do that. Clubs anymore.
Although I could do that.
What, go to the clubs?
No, go to the grocery store and make friends. No, I can't go to clubs. That's way too late for me. Anyways, so I have gone to a lot of different Bible studies. I mean, we have our own Bible study as a family group. I've tried several different women's groups at my church, but what I was really looking for was a group of women that didn't know me, like in my past, and wanted to get to know me and the authentic me. Mm-hmm. I wanted a chance to find people that could get to know me. Not me as a mom, not me, as a single mom, not me as I have this many kids, just me. And I will say that took a really long time. And I finally found a group. Ooh, that was like, I feel a little emotional about it. I look forward to going. And it's on Monday nights, and that's weird. But like I said, if I can like what is the word? Like interlace, intermingle, whatever. Yeah. If I can find a way to like get it into my daily and weekly things, that's where it matters. Like, I don't want to have to go out of my way to do this or to do that. And this one's just worked so well. Like, what better way to start your week or like to end your really rough Monday than with like 5 women that really love you? So to some people that might not be a hobby. But for me, it really was. I needed a place that people heard me. And we're going through very similar things as me with different age groups of children and weren't saying like, ooh, girl, you're wrong for that. Like, no judgment. I have never found a place where there's no judgment until I found this Bible study. And it's the next thing I was going to put that to me is a hobby. I have like this knack for relationships. I love to put in effort into them, obviously. Our relationship. So what better place to foster really good relationships than my Bible study group? So again, they don't sound like, ooh, that's so fun to do.
Right.
But for me, it is. It's so fun. It's fulfilling in such deeper ways.
It's the speed that you need. Like, it's not like this fast thing or anything like that.
Well, because we do something weekly, and then we meet once a week. So I have something to look forward to. I have something to go to. And then sometimes we cook for those things. So then we're like bringing it all in. So for me, it's like all of my hobbies in one.
Yeah.
But your hobbies are so different.
Oh, yeah, I think they are. I mean, and you said something kind of when you were
rambling.
Not rambling, but when you started going down what your hobby list was, I don't exactly remember how you phrased it, but it was like, man, how did you say it? It was something about
like finding your hobbies,
or
like
really finding your interests,
like because
right?
you don't remember what you like.
I feel like sometimes like I go through these spells where it's like I don't really know what I like.
Yes,
I don't really like. I know there's things that I like, right? But like, are those things that like push my life forward?
Do I like it enough to like really like make an effort to maintain it?
Right. To do stuff like that. But one of the newest things that I've gotten into is, twice a week working out.
Yeah.
Right. I look forward to doing that because of just how I've seen that it has affected my life overall.
I mean, not just like your like physical health, but like I think it really helps like your mental headspace.
It does for sure.
So much.
Yeah, because you can,
especially because you're doing it with a friend. I mean, or not with a friend, but like
you have like an accountability person.
But yeah, your accountability is someone that you love, and that's, I think you love him, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it helps, doing something like that with someone that matters.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
And then like, and you can look at this as kind of the same thing, but playing basketball on Saturdays with, well, they're not strangers anymore, but when I was brought into playing with them, it was like, I have no idea who any of these guys are,
right?
Or, any of that. And now it's kind of just feels like it's just what I'm supposed to do every Saturday.
And it's funny, I forgot to like talk about this in our notes, but something I think is really important to point out about how we maintain these things. We don't maintain them on our own. We really hold each other accountable. Like, I don't want to miss Bible study. So like on Mondays when days are really hard, like you tend to step in like a little bit heavier because you don't want me to find a way to get out of it because I love it so much. Mm-hmm. And like the same thing goes for basketball. Like, although I sometimes miss, your involvement on a Saturday morning, like I know that it benefits you to go. And so like, for example, today, we went to lunch for my brother's birthday and, you were like, if you want me to be there, then like I'll skip. And I was like, no, like that's something that you love. It's okay that you're going to miss out on this. So I think holding each other accountable to pursuing those things is extremely important because we know what each other loves. And so we're helping each other, you know, to do those things.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a ton of hobbies. Like there's not like, I mean, there's like, I have my work and it's weird.
Do grown-ups have a lot of hobbies? Like, are we like abnormal, or is that like a normal thing? I wonder.
I think what it transitions to mostly for when you get older is like you just find yourself doing the things that you shouldn't,
right?
i.e., like sitting in front of the TV too much,
right?
Or just not doing anything because you're tired, or whatever. And ironically, one of my hobbies is like I like watching documentaries. So
I
like,
love learning.
I can and even if it's not so much on the learning side, like, so I watch a lot of documentaries and then I'll learn a lot through like YouTube stuff. So it's like stuff about videography or, marketing in general or advertising or like
and I forgot about how much I love handwriting. And so like I'm learning how to take like drawing on paper to the digital space and like
on your iPad,
iPad lettering. I forgot about how much I love learning how to do that. So
yeah, I mean, it's
if you're not learning, what are you doing?
You're not growing for
yeah,
sure.
I don't think so.
Right. But you already kind of touched on it a little bit before we wrap up the episode. But like you mentioned, like I really hold you accountable for you to not get out of doing the things that you want because maybe you're tired or you feel a little overwhelmed or anxiety or whatever. But I think that us leaning on each other to be able to do those things, like, but you have to open up yourself to be able to do that, right? Like,
I was just going to say, like, before you can even, reach out to someone to hold you accountable or expect them to be your accountability, I mean, first you have to really think about, like, who am I? What do I want? What do I like?
Right.
And as parents, that's very hard. It's extremely difficult to, like, take an inventory reflection of who you are, because so much of who we are and who our identity is, it lies in our parenting role.
Right.
And I think for a long time, like, remember talking with me about it, like you and I always would say, like, I'm so jealous you have basketball and you love it and you like going, you don't want to miss it. I really want something like that, but I don't know what I like. And it took, like, I was doing it backwards, right? Like, I wanted you to hold me accountable, but I didn't take the time to reflect on me. Yeah. And it wasn't until I started really doing that I could find what I liked.
Yeah. Well, would you believe that we've already wrapped up another episode?
Actually, let's add to the list. This is one of my hobbies now, because I literally love talking to you. Podcasting is now
a hobby of Haley's.
Yep.
I love that. Well, again, we are wrapping up another one with you guys. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. You are a tried and true. What are we going to call the people that watch us? Squatters? No, that's not good.
The Squadcast?
No, we can't do that. That's already an actual podcast.
Can't they just be our squad? We are the 5 squad. They are our squad, right? Like,
we're gonna workshop this. If anybody has any suggestions, please drop a comment.
Because remember, your feedback helps us bring more content to you that matters.
It does. Yes, it definitely does. But we always want to leave you with remembering that every day is a new chance to get it right.
Keep pushing forward and stay inspired.
Thanks for watching the 5 Squad.